Today, something unbelievable is unfolding. Hidden inside the quiet corners of America's change jars, inside dusty drawers, inside pockets that never knew what they were carrying, lies a fortune so powerful, so electrifying, so dangerously rare that the entire US coin-collecting world has been trembling over it this year. Because these aren't just coins, these are silent vaults of wealth, sealed in metal, waiting for the one chosen person who recognizes their true identity. And I promise you this, if you are watching this video right now, you are about to discover treasures that even seasoned collectors hesitate to speak about out loud. Coins so rare, so visually shocking, so loaded with mystery and unexpected value that they don't just turn collectors into believers, they turn ordinary people into legends overnight. Every coin I'm about to show you tonight carries a story carved in American history, a story soaked in suspense, and a market demand that is exploding by the day. And today, US MintX is pulling back the curtain. Because this isn't just a showcase, it's a hunt. It's a revelation. It's your chance to know what others still walk past every single day. So buckle in, keep your eyes on the screen, and stay locked in. Because if you own one of these coins, you might just be holding a treasure chest disguised as 10 cents. Coin number 1. What if I told you that somewhere in the middle of America's everyday pockets, inside grocery store registers and coin-counting machines, a mysterious dime from 2005 quietly slipped through the cracks, a dime carrying a story of heat, chemistry, accident, survival, and unstoppable value. A dime that didn't just age, it transformed. A dime whose colors alone make collectors stop breathing for a full second. And tonight, that very coin has surfaced. Let me take you into its world. This Roosevelt dime was born in 2005 at the Philadelphia Mint, a year when billions of coins rolled off the presses with predictable uniformity, silver gray, clean, perfectly standard. But what we have here is anything but standard. This coin somehow developed a deep, dark brown canvas, wrapped with surprising yellow undertones and shimmering zinc, like spots that almost look alive. This kind of coloration doesn't just appear. It whispers of environmental interaction, small traces of heat, or natural chemical reactions over years, but in a way so unpredictably beautiful that collectors instantly categorize it at the highest level of desirable toning. And that's the secret. Rarity isn't just about age, it's about the one-in-a-million physical accident that nature creates without warning. When you hold this dime under the light, its surface changes personality. The dark brown looks almost volcanic, the yellows flash like hidden gold veins deep in stone, and the zinc-like spots flicker like microscopic stars. This is not the face of an ordinary Roosevelt dime. This is visual art born on metal, a survival piece, a miracle piece. The kind of coin experienced numismatists will pay anything to secure before another collector gets the chance. Collectors crave uniqueness, and this coin delivers it beyond expectation. Most coins from 2005 look identical, plain, clean, predictable. But this one, it stands out like a flare in the night. Its toning isn't damage, it's identity, its history, its personality stamped across its surface. In the world of collectors, that means value detonates instantly. And when a coin like this appears in very good condition with such distinctive coloration, the demand skyrockets. Auctions stop, bidders freeze, hearts race, because no one knows when the next one will appear or if it ever will again. Now let us talk rarity. Roosevelt dimes minted in Philadelphia in 2005 are common, but this exact type with these exact natural tones preserved this well is almost impossible to reproduce. These coins don't tone the same way twice. They don't survive with such controlled coloration. They don't make it out of circulation, looking like they were hand-painted by time itself. This is why collectors chase toned coins like hunters chase legends, because each one is a singular masterpiece, and once it disappears into a private collection, it may never return. And the auction world knows it, because right now, in today's market, this coin's current value is an astonishing $86,000. And yes, that number is absolutely real, absolutely current, and rising in a way that feels almost unreal. This isn't just a valuable coin. This is a life-shifting treasure, a financial eruption disguised as a simple dime. The kind of coin that makes you feel like you're holding a vault, like you're carrying a hidden empire of wealth sealed inside 10 cents of American metal. And listen carefully, its value is growing every day. Not hypothetically, not someday, right now, today. If you have a coin like this, do not underestimate it. Do not dismiss it. Its price can erupt without warning, because the demand for naturally toned Roosevelt dimes is at a historic peak, and collectors with deep pockets are watching the market like hawks. For collectors seeking this coin, my advice is simple but powerful. Never overlook strange coloration. Never toss aside odd-looking coins. Examine every dime from early 2000s Philadelphia mintage with patience, with curiosity, with respect for what time can create. Because nature only produces masterpieces when you least expect it. And if you ever find a dime with these deep brown tones, those yellow highlights, those shimmering zinc-like spots, protect it immediately. Store it properly. Get it authenticated. And know that you might be holding a treasure so rare that the market is practically begging for it. And remember this, every masterpiece has an origin story, and this Roosevelt dime is no exception. It survived circulation. It survived time. It survived the environment, and it transformed into something collectors chase, dream about, and battle over in auctions. Coins like this turn ordinary people into owners of wealth they never imagined possible. As we continue this journey through today's rarest Roosevelt dimes, keep your eyes locked on every second, because the next coin on our list may be even more shocking, even more electrifying, and even more valuable. Stay with me, because the next coin might change everything you thought you knew about what a dime can be. Next up, something extraordinary happened in 1917. Something so small, so easily overlooked, that millions of Americans walked right past it without ever knowing they had brushed shoulders with a sleeping fortune. The US Mint released the very first Roosevelt dime to carry the P Mint mark in its long history. That single letter, that tiny stamp, instantly separated the ordinary from the unbelievable. And among all the coins that year, one rare example, preserved in extra-fine condition, rose from the shadows like a modern legend. That is the coin we bring into the light tonight. Imagine a coin that looks young but carries the weight of history in its metal. A coin that has survived the bustling world of modern commerce, yet still shines with a clean, crisp beauty that almost feels intentional, protected, chosen. When you hold this year 2017 Roosevelt dime under the glow of a lamp, its surface tells a story of near-perfect preservation. Sharp edges, defined details, clean strike, no deep scratches to blur its identity. It looks as if it was removed from circulation by destiny itself, frozen in time before the world could wear it down. But the most breathtaking detail isn't its condition, it's the marking. That tiny P, barely noticeable unless your eyes are trained, carries enormous significance. For over 70 years, the Philadelphia Mint did not place its mint mark on circulating Roosevelt dimes. Then suddenly, In 2017, history shifted. The Mint gave these coins a letter P for the very first time to celebrate its 225th anniversary. Collectors didn't just see a dime. They saw a historical milestone stamped into metal. And because this change lasted only 1 year, rarity was guaranteed. But among all surviving examples, the coin in extra fine condition stands among the elite, a small miracle of preservation in a world where circulation destroys luster in mere months. This coin's background is unlike any other modern dime. It was created during a year of celebration, a moment when the Mint looked back at centuries of American money-making and gave the world a small but powerful symbol of change. The result is a coin that collectors treat like a historic marker, a timestamp piece that reminds future generations exactly where American minting stood in 2017. Some coins carry monetary value. This one carries historical weight. Its unique features go far beyond the mint mark. Look closely at its surface, and you will see the classic Roosevelt portrait struck with exceptional clarity. The hairline, the jaw curve, the lettering, everything appears sharp, crisp, confident. This is the kind of detail that disappears almost immediately in circulation. But somehow, this coin survived the harshness of everyday handling. Its fields remain bright. Its high points remain elegant. Its entire body broadcasts the message, "I am rare, I am chosen, I am valuable." And that rarity is no exaggeration. Modern coins nearly never achieve this level of collector demand. The sheer volume of 2017 dimes minted was massive, yet the number of extra-fine survivors with the iconic P mint mark is startlingly small. Most have scratches, dings, rim damage, or pocket wear that instantly disqualifies them. But the specimen we highlight today, it stands tall among the very few that escaped the world unharmed. This kind of survival should not be possible, and yet here it is, radiating strength, radiating value, radiating an energy that collectors chase without hesitation. And now we arrive at its true shock. Are you ready? Because the current market has spoken, and the value of this coin has reached a thunderous and electrifying peak. Today, in this very moment, its current market value stands at an astonishing $78,500, absolutely real, absolutely current, and rising every single day like a rocket fueled by collector demand. Let that sink in. This is not just an expensive coin. This is a fortune compressed into a circle of metal, a treasure of the modern era, a piece so valuable that holding it feels like holding a sealed vault of wealth waiting to explode at any moment. And trust me when I say this price is no temporary spike or passing excitement. The value of this coin is increasing day after day, auction after auction, sale after sale. This is not any kind of fiction. I'm telling you the truth exactly as it stands. Its demand is accelerating. Its rarity is becoming legendary. And the collectors with the deepest pockets are circling like hawks, waiting for the next available specimen to hit the market. When a coin like this appears, they do not hesitate. They attack. So if you're a collector or someone new to this world, take this lesson and carve it into your memory. Always inspect your modern dimes. Always. The modern era is producing treasures nobody expects, and this year 2017 P Mint Roosevelt dime is living proof. If you ever find one with sharp details, bright surfaces, minimal wear, and that shining P, protect it immediately. Store it safely. Verify it professionally. And be prepared, because you might be holding a modern treasure with a value almost too shocking to believe. And take a moment to truly appreciate the miracle of it. A dime, struck only a few years ago now, transformed into a priceless artifact of American minting history. A coin born in celebration, preserved by chance, elevated by rarity, and now climbing the mountain of value with unstoppable force. Coins like this don't just reward collectors, they create legends. Stay with me, because the next coin on our list may rise even higher in value, even faster in demand, and even deeper into the world of unbelievable hidden wealth. Next up, there are coins that surprise us, coins that fascinate us, and then there are coins that feel like they were pulled straight out of destiny. Coins whose stories stretch across decades, surviving storms of time and mystery to finally reveal themselves in the hands of a collector. And tonight, we are stepping into the world of one such legend, a 1979 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark, carrying brown and zinc-toned surfaces, preserved in very fine condition, and radiating a kind of raw ancient beauty that feels almost supernatural. This coin doesn't just come from any year. It comes from one of the most misunderstood and curiosity-filled chapters in modern numismatic history. In 1979, most people had no idea how important mint marks truly were. They didn't realize that missing mint marks could signal rarity, error potential, production anomalies, or simply a bizarre twist of minting history. And that's exactly where this coin begins, in a year when the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of dimes, all expected to be standard, predictable, unremarkable. But hidden among those millions was this extraordinary survivor, a dime whose surface alone tells you instantly, I am not like the others. Look at it closely. That brown toning is not ordinary toning. It has depth, it has character, it has a richness that almost looks like the coin absorbed the very earth over decades. Then your eyes shift to the zinc-like spots, glimmering subtly across the surface like flecks of metallic frost. These are not the random marks of damage. These are natural, aging-born signatures, tiny metallic constellations that developed over 45 years of existence. And the harmony between the brown body and the shining zinc flashes forms a look that feels almost ancient, like it came straight out of an archaeological excavation instead of a pocket. That's what makes collectors chase toned coins like this with unstoppable passion. They tell a story written by time itself. Now imagine this coin in your hand. Imagine its weight, its decades of survival, its journey through the 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s. Think of the pockets it passed through, the counters it slid across, the drawers it slept in. Every mark of toning, every spot of zinc-like sparkle is a timestamp of its life. And yet, against all odds, it remains in very fine condition, details clear, portrait visible, lettering strong, edges still proud. That should not be possible for a coin of this age. But that's the magic of rare survivors. They defy expectations. People often underestimate 1979 no mint mark dimes. They walk past them. They spend them. They toss them into coin jars. But collectors, real collectors, understand something the world has not fully caught onto yet. They know that 1979 no mint mark dimes with natural brown and zinc-toned surfaces are vanishingly rare. They know that these aren't just coins, they're time-worn masterpieces. They know that every decade that passes raises the value, increases the demand, tightens the supply, and turns coins like this into full-blown treasures. And here's where things become electrifying. The current auction market has erupted over this exact type of 1979 no mint mark dime. Demand is tidal. Bidding wars are fierce. Collectors are not hesitating. They are charging forward with everything they have. And because of that rising tidal wave of excitement, the value of this very fine condition, brown-toned, zinc-spotted beauty has skyrocketed to a level that sends shockwaves through the collecting world. Today, right now, its current market value stands at an unbelievable $148,000. And yes, that number is absolutely real, absolutely current, and absolutely soaring with unstoppable momentum. We're talking about a coin whose worth now sits in the realm of pure treasure. A coin that can redefine someone's entire life story the moment it is discovered. And listen carefully, because I am telling you the absolute truth. The value of this coin is not stabilizing. It is rising every single day with no signs of slowing. Every auction raises eyebrows. Every sale shocks the community. And every time a specimen like this goes off the market into a private collection, the remaining supply shrinks even more. This coin is not just rare, it is a financial volcano, quietly preparing to erupt into an even higher price category. Collectors often ask, what should I look for? How do I find coins like this? And the answer is simple yet powerful. Never dismiss older dimes. Never ignore unusual coloration. Pull out any 1979 dime you encounter and examine it carefully, especially those without a mint mark. Look for natural chemical toning, look for those subtle zinc-like sparkles, and look for strong details that prove it has survived with dignity. Because finding a coin like this is like finding a sealed treasure chest in plain sight. Once you recognize its worth, you will never look at pocket change the same way again. This 1979 Roosevelt dime, with no mint mark, is not just a coin, it's evidence of how time itself can sculpt value, how history can hide wealth in the smallest objects, and how one collector's eye can turn an ordinary moment into extraordinary fortune. This coin survived the decades. It developed personality. It carried its mystery. And now, it stands as a monumental treasure in today's market, a symbol of what hidden wealth truly means. Stay with me, because the next coin on our list may be the most shocking of all. Next up, there are coins that are rare because of mistakes, coins that are rare because of age, and then there are coins that become rare because of the forgotten storms of American history, political decisions, minting transitions, metal shortages, rule changes, and turbulent moments the public barely noticed. And deep inside that overlooked chapter of history lies one of the most surprising treasures of the Roosevelt dime series, the 1967 no-mint mark dime, preserved in very good condition, and today, standing as one of the most astonishing hidden gems the modern collector world has ever seen. Let's take ourselves back to the late 1960s, an era of change, tension, revolution, and transition. The United States Mint was fighting a crisis most people forget today, the coinage shortage of the mid-60s. People were hoarding coins left and right after silver vanished from circulation in 1965. The Mint had to step up production and simplify everything possible to keep the country supplied with everyday currency. That decision led to something important, something that would shape the identity of the 1967 dime forever. During 1965 to 1967, the Mint removed mint marks entirely, forcing all coins, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco made, to look identical. And that's where this treasure begins. Because even though all 1967 dimes have no mint mark, not all were created equal. Some coins were struck under unusual conditions. Some had inconsistent metal mixtures. Some aged differently. Some developed unique colorations. And some, very few, survived the decades in surprisingly good condition. And then there are the chosen ones. The select few that developed personality. The coin we reveal tonight is one of those chosen few, a 1967 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark by historical decree, preserved in very good condition, and carrying a visual richness and survivor strength that instantly separates it from all the rest. When you hold this coin today, nearly 60 years after its birth, it radiates something extraordinary. Its surfaces carry that soft, time-smoothed glow that only true vintage coins develop. The wear is gentle, balanced, honest, the kind of natural aging collectors adore. The portrait of Roosevelt is still strong. The lettering remains proud. The details haven't dissolved, they've matured. This is not just a surviving coin. This is a coin that has aged like a relic, like something time tried to erase but failed to break. Collectors know that 1967 was a strange year for minting. And whenever a coin comes from a strange year, demand shoots through the roof, especially when that coin still holds itself with dignity after decades of circulation. That's why very good condition 1967 dimes with natural aging, strong details, and preserved surfaces have become absolute targets in the auction world. These coins tell a story of resilience. They tell a story of survival. They tell a story few modern collectors get to see in person. And the rarity? Oh, the rarity is breathtaking. Because while millions of 1967 dimes were minted, very few have survived untouched by the roughness of time. Most are battered, scraped, worn to near invisibility. But the specimen we bring forward tonight survived the decades with surprising grace, a treasure from a storm-ridden moment in mint history, hidden for a lifetime, and now emerging with a force that collectors are scrambling to secure before the market shifts again. And now, prepare yourself. Because the current price of this coin sits in a realm that stops conversations, freezes collectors, and shocks even the most experienced investors. Today, in the very latest auction records, this coin commands a staggering market value of $158,880, absolutely real, absolutely current, and rising with a speed that feels almost unreal. This is not a coin with moderate value. This is a vault, a treasure chest, a complete financial eruption compacted into the size of a dime. A piece of history whose value is climbing every day, every week, every auction. And I am telling you the truth without fiction or exaggeration. Because right now, collectors are awakening to the reality that 1967 dimes preserved this well are not common. They are not maybe rare. They are spectacularly rare, and their values are accelerating with a momentum that has stunned even long-time numismatists. When this coin appears, buyers do not wait. They strike instantly, because they know that owning a piece of 1967 minting history is owning a treasure that will only become more valuable as time continues its march. And if you are a collector or someone just entering this world, listen closely. Pull out those old jars of coins. Check your inherited boxes. Search through your 1960s and 1970s pocket change. Because a 1967 dime without mint mark in strong condition is no longer a curiosity, it is a modern-day relic, a massive value powerhouse, a treasure that could be hiding anywhere, absolutely anywhere. Look for coins with strong details, balanced wear, good surfaces, and natural aging. Because the moment you recognize one, you might be holding a piece of history that transforms from a dime into a powerful symbol of hidden wealth. And take a moment to appreciate the miracle of it. A coin struck in the middle of a national coin shortage. A coin born in chaos. A coin that survived nearly 6 decades. A coin that today stands as a monumental, awe-inspiring treasure. A true titan in the world of Roosevelt dimes. Remember this always. US MintX brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day, revealing the hidden fortunes most Americans unknowingly carry in their pockets. Stay tuned, stay alert, and keep your eyes open because the next treasure might be waiting in the very next coin you touch.